So today it's gonna be a little bit tight here because I have this cupboard here in my workshop. So on the first look, there's nothing really wrong with this cabinet. I built this 6 years ago or something like this. Used a lot of trims and features here I bought online, but basically the whole construction is pretty easy. The only thing which you notice from the outside is here these black spots. They're from an office chair, so from the look here I only need to sand it and refinish it. In some areas there are saw marks where I didn't really sand when I built it. So the construction method was really simple on this one. I basically built a box on the bottom where I put a drawer, then I built a second box which is on top, basically the rest of the cabinet. But there's also a big flaw in this design, and that is the connection of these two boxes. What I did, I simply glued, when this was the bottom part of the cabinet and this the side part of the top cabinet, I simply glued this part right down to the other. I only used a few dowels and that's it. So it's pretty astonishing for me that I could move this cabinet 2 times and nothing happened. But the third time I moved it, cracked here at the connection of the two parts. You can't really see it because there's a trim in front of it. I fixed it, so basically it's sort of stable again, but I'm a little bit afraid when I move it again. The first thing I did when it cracked, I put a board here, put it in place with screws and connected here with the upper board. And here you can see that it's connected with the lower part of the portion. So it is okay when there's no stress on the furniture, but to be really sure that it's stable again, I will change the backboard of the cabinet. My idea is to remove the old backboard, which is quite thin and only held in place at only a few positions, so basically 4 points for this portion here. You can see that basically because here's no rabbit or anything else, it's just sometimes there are boards where the chef boards are lying on, so there was a possibility for me to attach the backboard. Basically only a cover and does nothing to the stability of the whole cabinet. So to change that, I will remove it, route the rabbit here, and then attach a thicker plywood board in the back, which will totally increase the strength of the whole cabinet. So basically it's like always, it's not straightforward as I would have wished. And so first I have to sand down the end part of the trims because they are standing over. It's around, that's the easy part. And then I need to remove this here. The rabbit I can do with a routing bit for that, but here it will be more problematic to route this part here because there's additional wood here. Also here at the bottom it's the same, like I have to remove all here these bits, a little bit of material. So I could clean up some of these areas here, but in some areas, like here, yeah, like expected, I could do it completely by hand, but to save a little bit of work, I changed the router bit to a normal router bit, and then I will basically freehand route these areas here. I drew a line here where I should stop, so I will stop in front of it, and the rest I will clean up by hand. The same I have to do here at the bottom, also this part, this part. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one where we finish this project.